It's the 2K Sports Pregame Show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And it is Raptor basketball tonight as the Toronto Raptors go up against the Golden State Warriors. A good roll continuing right now for the Warriors. They went 2-0 against this team last season, looking to continue that string of victories tonight. Great center matchup tonight. Shaq, I know you've been waiting all day to watch this one. One of the best low-post players of all time in yourself. Give us your thoughts on why the stretch five has become so popular.
Well, in a lot of offenses these days, floor spacing is king. And what you see now, you see a lot of bigs are practicing shooting the three more than ever.
Yeah, even the younger centers, you think of Towns and Cousins and Embiid, as powerful as they are, they love to stay on that perimeter and shoot that three ball. So it's hard to stay on the floor right now if you can't shoot it.
Yes, you came into the league at the right time.
No, I would have made them revert back to
work. So you'd have a hard time getting off the bench these days, Shaq, because you didn't shoot the three ball well.
Shaq on the bench don't even sound right together. That's like peanut butter and tar.
That can be pretty tasty.
No, that doesn't sound right together, Ernie.
No, it doesn't. I'm just kidding, big fella. Wasn't it funny? Did you find that amusing?
You hurt my feelings, Ernie.
Did you hurt? Come on.
Don't talk
Give
to me
a
for
big
2 seconds. La 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 la.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And now your Toronto Raptors starting five. Starting at shooting guard, at 6'6", number 14, Daniel Green. Starting at power forward, 6 feet 10 inches, number 9, Serge Ibaka. Number 17, the big man in the middle. He's a 7-foot center from Lithuania. This is Jonas Valanciunas. From Villanova, a 6-foot guard, number 7, Kyle Lowry. At the other forward position, 6 feet 7 inches, number 2, Kawhi Leonard. A head coach for your team. Ladies and gentlemen, your Toronto Raptors.
We'll be bringing you an interconference matchup in this one as the Warriors take to the road. Welcome, everybody. Glad you decided to spend your Thursday night with us here at 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and 2 Hall of Famers. Doris Burke here at the table, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. Raptors make a quick stop here at home before heading back out on the road. Well, they're certainly excited about this one, and they'll be laying it all on the line as the intensity is palpable. 2 top-caliber teams facing off on the hardwood to do battle.
And for the Raptors, they're a team that a lot of people called for to kind of go wire to wire in terms of being in first place. That's not possible anymore, but clearly this is an elite team.
Yeah, I think it's just taking a little while for all the parts to fall into place, and that's not uncommon. We've seen plenty of great teams that don't round into form until later in the year.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. Setting the floor for the Warriors, Curry and Thompson are the 1 and the 2. Durant is out there with Jerebko, and it's Cousins in at the 5. Home in the paint. Green with the ball. Picked up by Thompson. Green kicks to Leonard. It's tipped. Thompson against Green. Thompson passes to Jerebko. Outside for Curry. Cousins with it. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Goes up at the stripe. And it's Durant missing. And so Ibaka will bring it up for Toronto. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies.
Yeah, they gave up in that one. The defense constantly breaking down way too many times.
I think there has to be better communication. All 5 guys tied together, and what happened to them is what happens when you play lackluster defense.
By this point in the season, Doris, certain teams have been hit hard by the injury bug, and the truth is the next man up, the next player up, can be easier said than done.
Oh, there's no doubt about it, Kevin. Sometimes it's not necessarily when the injury happens, it's who has the injury hit. So a all-star level player, an MVP caliber player, can't necessarily be replaced one for one. So sometimes you've got to make some schematic adjustments, and sometimes you've got to rely on the whole to pick up the one big star that's gone down.
I always thought character is really revealed when you start losing a couple players to injury.
No doubt, Kevin.
And defensively, this is a nightmare. He's already on a roll.
But, Greg, the defense better start to disrupt his rhythm, or it's going to be an awfully long night for them.
And stolen by Cousins. Pass to Curry. Shoots off the step back. The shot misses. And Toronto will come the other way. They're getting their first look of the season at the Warriors in this one.
Yeah, and last year it didn't matter whether it was on the home or on the road. They failed to take a game from either of the 2 meetings.
You know, they may have lost some confidence coming off those losses last year. They know their roster is similarly talented. You wonder if that provides extra motivation in this matchup this season.
Now Curry. Kawhi Leonard missing from long range. Lets a floater go, and the layup good by Curry. Curry's got his first 2 points of the night.
Well, the confidence that Steph Curry has, regardless of where he is on the floor, yes, sir, I can score inside too, sir.
Now, here's Valanciunas. 14 points from him the last game against Memphis. The shot by Lowry, no good. Warriors leading by 3. Here's Durant. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. 6 points for Kevin Durant.
He is now 3 for 4 to start this game. Clearly, the confidence is already building.
So, timeout called here, the first for Toronto. Well, after the Raptors fell short of their goals last season, you knew they were going to be changing some things up.
Well, obviously, the first big move was moving on from Dwayne Casey as the head coach. And you think about Dwayne had brought the best years this franchise had seen, and they still felt it was time for a shift. Now, it's not necessarily his blame. Sometimes you just need to hear a new voice when you've ended in the playoffs the way they have over the last several years.
Here's Leonard. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket. Shot clock at 6. Leonard attacking. The Raptors need to get a shot off. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. You look at the Bucks. Things going their way so far in this season. Right now, they lead the pack up front in the first spot with the best record. And, of course, the Toronto Raptors, 7.5 games behind.
And for the Raptors, they've stayed right there, just in sniffing distance of the conference leaders. That's a solid accomplishment at this stage of the season.
Yeah, even so, though, I'm sure they're not satisfied just being near the top of the standings. They're going to be looking to make a major push as the season winds down.
Now Lowry, after the missed 3 from Klay Thompson. And the Raptors miss again.
Well, they've been playing some tough defense on him in this period, and it's starting to affect him. This guy's having trouble finding the target right now.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Valanciunas against Cousins. It's stolen by Valanciunas. Now here's Green. He's guarded closely. Ibaka outside. Cans it from downtown. Ibaka's got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, Serge Ibaka is a self-made stretch four. That guy added that dimension as his career unfolded.
Curry's shot is off. Raptors trail by 4. And Lowry has it in the corner. Back to Leonard. Raptors moving the ball around. And there's the call on Curry. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Leonard. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against Memphis.
And don't forget about the work he did on the boards. His rebounding was a huge help in that game.
Boy, picks up that second foul very early in this game. He's going to have to tread lightly for the rest of this half.
Shaun Livingston, he's checked in for the Warriors. Outside, Green. Pass to Ibaka. Shot clock at 6. Lowry can't get it to go.
Well, you see the struggles he's having getting anything to go.
Yeah, I mean, he's obviously cold right now, but he's trying to find that rhythm. You've got to keep working.
Raptors trail by 4. Green finds Leonard. Durant with the steal. Great D that time from Leonard.
Those are chances. Almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Now here is Lowry. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Grizzlies in Memphis. Passes it to Ibaka. 6 to shoot. No good on that one. Nice D from Cousins. Durant against Leonard. Durant kicks to Livingston. And the foul on Jonas Valanciunas. That is his first foul of the game. Some changes for Toronto. Pascal Siakam comes in for Serge Ibaka. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Kyle Lowry. Jordan Bell's checked in for the Warriors. And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. And Shaun Livingston, one of the most unique players in the league, Greg.
6'7" point guard who excels hitting turnaround jumpers in the post. A bouncy finisher around the rim, a versatile defender, and really a cagey playmaker. No one else like him in our league.
Raptors trail by 4. Here's VanVleet coming in off a 10-point performance last game out. Warriors with the rebound. Cousins has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Thompson. Toronto grabs the miss.
And a surprise he doesn't knock that down. Defense a little too lax that time.
Green, the pass to VanVleet. Back to Green. Siakam kicks to Green. It's hauled in by Kevin Durant. Warriors leading by 4. Thompson dishes to Durant. And again, no good by Golden State. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
The drive by Green. Denied for the third time. He's 0 for 3. Here's VanVleet. He's covered by Livingston. And it's Cousins with the foul. That's his first foul. And some changes here for the Raptors. Anunoby, he's checked in for Leonard. And it's DeLon Wright in for Green. Andre Iguodala is checked in for Golden State. Quinn Cook comes in for Thompson. Iguodala with the steal. Over in the corner, Livingston. And there's the pass to Cook. And Bell kicks to Livingston. Pass to Cook. 6 on the shot clock. To stop the drought. Rebound by the Raptors. Valanciunas has got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Van Vliet. No points in the game yet for him. And Siakam has it in the corner. Here's Van Vliet. Back to Siakam. Rebounded by Bell. Warriors leading by 4. And the foul on Jonas Valanciunas. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Timeout called the Warriors. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
Yeah, unfortunately for them, I thought the opponent's defense just never showed up.
I mean, you'd have to question their effort, Greg. They did a great job at penetrating and kicking out. The defense simply wasn't up to the task.
And Toronto making a change here. Ibaka's checked in. Iguodala with it. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Pass to Cook. He kicks it to Cousins. 5 to shoot. Toronto grabs the miss. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, I did get a chance to speak with Steve Kerr a little bit. He told me he's looking forward to the matchup tonight. It's their first time against this team, so he is curious to see what his guys do on offense. He said it's important that we're aggressive defensively, that we use our length and shot blocking as a deterrent inside. We'll see if they can be successful tonight. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, thank you. Not too surprising that he wants to see him sharp at the defensive end right from the opening tip.
And, you know, they have the ability to control a game with their D, but they have to be aggressive and send that message right away.
I do believe, Greg, this team has an intimidation factor working in their favor because of the level of defense that they play. And if the stops start adding up in the first half, that factor starts to weigh on the opponent's mind.
You got to try to keep Cousins out of the paint. Shoots a high percentage from there, uses that big body to his advantage.
Now, here is Ibaka. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Memphis.
And what a wrecking ball defensively, seen by the 4 steals he had in that game.
And the Warriors making a change here. Jerebko's checked in. Here's Anunoby. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
I'll tell you, it's 6'8" with elite athleticism. Good luck checking OG Anunoby on the interior.
Well, looking at this Warriors team, some say the best offensive team in NBA history. Doris, would you agree?
I don't necessarily love comparing over eras. What I would say is they've got one of the best pure scorers ever in Kevin Durant, 2 all-time great shooters in Clay and Steph, and then Draymond Green, one of the best playmaking bigs we've ever seen. I'll tell you, they'd compete with just about anybody.
Iguodala kicks to Bell. 1:21 left in the first quarter. Kicks it out to Iguodala. Just 4 to shoot. And the jam with Iguodala.
Wow, Iguodala, an incredible dunk. Woo, did he leave the ground quickly.
And that last replay, courtesy of the Under Armour Hover Havoc, unleashing a little bit of chaos. Here's Anunoby. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Anunoby's got 6. 59 seconds left here in the first quarter. Livingston passes to Cook. Here's Jerebko. His 3-pointers off the mark.
Nice timing to get up on that shot.
Boy, you can't ask for better defense, Greg. Excellent work getting right into the grill of the shooter.
Count the basket. They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
Let's see how they play the clock.
Livingston kicks to Jerebko. Iguodala outside. Floats one up. They get it back. Cook, the pass to Jerebko. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Floats one up. Livingston, no luck. Here's Van Vliet. He's covered by Livingston. Van Vliet passes to Wright. Now here is Ibaka over Bell. No good on the last second attempt there. And so a tie game here as we end this low-scoring first quarter. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. One of the most talented big men in the game, DeMarcus Cousins, talked about his maturation over time.
Being a player that thought he knew it all, thought he was the best thing walking, and I think I've humbled myself a lot since then. So, of course, my game has grown, my knowledge of the game has grown, my IQ, but it's just the typical thing from a rookie to, a veteran.
And Greg, you see it on the floor now. When Cousins keeps his emotions in check, he's a force on the floor.
And Kevin, that's the key. When he's focused on the game and not the refs, he is almost unstoppable.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And guys, what's your take on Toronto so far?
Yeah, getting an early boost from the bench, that's been the difference here so far.
Boy, the bench has been sensational. They've come in, run the offense, and are capitalizing on all opportunities.
So on the floor for Golden State to begin this second quarter. Jonas Jerebko out there with Iguodala. Then there's Bell. Then there's Stephen Curry. And it's Cook in at the shooting guard.
Boy, great extension from Ibaka. His length always a factor.
And they take the lead. Van Vliet's got the first basket of the second quarter for the Raptors. The Warriors trail. Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. And the Warriors miss again.
Now, great look on that, just a little out of rhythm.
Yeah, he looked like he forced that a little bit. Just needs to take his time. Got to make these shots right now.
Here's Anunoby. He dishes it to Ibaka. Shot clock at 6. The floater, he lays it in. Now it's a 4-point Raptor lead.
I'll tell you, that's a graceful finish. Not just any old layup. The teardrop.
Passes to Cook. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Here's Iguodala, and he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Here's Anunoby. He's covered by Iguodala. Anunoby, good.
And doing much better now. In that first quarter, converting less than 30% of their field goal opportunities, bouncing back nicely here in the second.
Count it, good. 6 points for Steph Curry.
Well, Stephen Curry, we know this, is a handful to guard. Why? Because he can make contested shots against the best defenders in the NBA.
Siakam far from the most skilled player on the floor, but Dorsey finds minutes through his hustle.
This guy has got one of the highest motors in the league. He can leak out in transition, finish in the open floor. I'll tell you, this is a jolt of caffeine in a power forward's body.
And Toronto has possession after the missed 3 from Iguodala. Anunoby passes to Ibaka, and Ibaka slams it in.
Well, let's remember, at his size, this is a very mobile 4. He can stretch the defense, and in this instance, just does some work in the pick and roll.
Now here's Curry. He had 37 points in the win against Orlando.
And what a wrecking ball defensively, seen by the 4 steals he had in that game.
Here's Van Vliet. In the corner, right with it. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Curry outside. No basket, missed number 5 out of his 8 shots.
I'll tell you, his inconsistency not helping their cause at all.
Right, looking around. Here's Anunoby. He's covered by Iguodala, pushing their lead to double digits. And now a 10-point Raptor lead.
Fruitful possession, just doing what they can to extend the lead.
Well, this is a perfect example of how you want to run your offense. Disciplined but determined. Nice possession, Greg.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. And last season, a very strong rookie campaign, Greg, for OG Anunoby.
You know, the team quickly learned that they could rely on him offensively. And it's rare to have a team trust someone taken 23rd overall that quickly. Surprised a lot of people with how efficient he was on offense right out of the gate. And I think you're going to see him continue to grow in that regard.
Can we give Klay Thompson some credit here? There's a number of ways to score off the pick and roll, and he's got every one at his disposal.
Here's Siakam. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Grizzlies in Memphis. The pass to Leonard. Charity stripe shot. That one wide left. And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for Golden State. And then Durant with the dunk.
Boy, you cannot let Kevin Durant have that much room to take off. This guy is tremendous as an alley-oop finisher.
And here is Green. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Outside Lowry. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. And the Raptors lead by 8.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Just a little hesitation on that release, right? His timing looked a bit off.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Draymond Green is a former Defensive Player of the Year, and he remembers his motivation. They said I fell in the draft because what position would I guard? I'll never forget that. I'm comfortable guarding any position. When I'm playing against big guys, I battle even harder. You have to prove a point. I won't be a pushover. Kevin?
Yeah, he never backs down. Thanks, David. Count it. Good. Valanciunas has got his first basket of the night.
I'll tell you, that's a big-time finish through contact. Jonas Valanciunas takes the bump, doesn't worry about it, just goes right through the strength.
Now here's Durant. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Orlando.
And his rebounding was solid in that effort as well. He did a lot of work on the glass. All around, it just his effort level was off the charts.
Down low, here's Iguodala. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Iguodala's got his second basket of the night. Raptors leading by 6. Lowry finds Valanciunas. Back to Lowry. A floater. He takes it up and lays it in. Lowry's got 8.
Well, Kevin, you know this. A guy at Lowry's size has simply got to be able to make the floater. That's a big-time delivery.
Lowry against Curry. Thompson right side. Back to Curry. Puts up a 3. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. You take a look at the Warriors. They like where they stand right now, perched in that topmost position. And, of course, the Lakers, right on their heels and with their sights set on gaining ground.
And seeing where the Warriors are, as talented a team as they are, has performed at a very high level this season. Everything's gone according to plan up to this point.
And their job now is a simple one. Keep doing exactly what they've been doing and get themselves in the best position possible for the postseason.
Sean Livingston, he's checked in for Andre Iguodala. Outside Leonard, right wing. Lowry against Curry. 4 on the shot clock. The shot by Lowry, no good.
They're fortunate to be in front given how shaky he's been from the floor tonight.
They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Valanciunas. Green deciding where to go with it. Dishes it to Lowry. Locker room presence, one of the aspects that gets overlooked by fans, but Doris, not by coaches. And there are some players who have that presence.
You know what, Kevin? And this can take the shape of a lot of different things. So one guy that comes to mind is Sean Livingston. Always calm, always about team. Thaddeus Young is not a name necessarily that is at the top of everybody's best player list, but anyone who's ever coached Thad Young believes in his ability to affect positively a locker room. Then you have those guys who maybe are going to challenge you a little bit more, but ultimately are good for the team. And I would cite Draymond Green, who will call out a teammate if necessary, push them to greater heights. You need both kinds, I think, Kevin, in your locker room.
Here's Curry after the made shot from Jonas Valanciunas. Now Leonard. He's one of the most resourceful scorers you'll ever see. He's generating an average of around 33.5 points a game. The drive by Green. Back to Leonard. Takes a three. And the foul called on Danny Green. That's his first foul.
First personal foul.
Warriors trail by 11. Curry on the wing. While recovering, the 19-foot shot, and Durant gets it to go. The assist by Curry. Curry's got his third assist on the night. And so Lowry will bring it up for Toronto. They can look forward to the Quicken Loans Arena after this game in a matchup against Cleveland. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line. So Leonard will go to the free throw line. It's on Kevin Durant.
First personal foul, team second.
And with Kawhi Leonard, he just does everything well on the floor. Offense, defense, rebounding, runs the floor. I mean, he is one of the more complete players in our league. He can completely take over a game on both ends.
One shot.
That free throw good from Leonard. And Greg with Kawhi started as a defensive stopper, but he now is so much more than that.
I mean, he's got a great outside shot, that pull-up jumper, the turnarounds in the post. He has the complete repertoire. You never would have thought he was only viewed as a defense guy once upon a time, but was already a fantastic player. But this is a guy that continues to just add to his game.
Now, here's Thompson. He had a 30-point outing their last game against Orlando.
I tell you, get the feeling he's only going to get better as this game wears on. That first quarter was good. His second quarter has been great.
Lowry from outside. It's rebounded by Golden State. And Curry has it in the corner. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. Curry's got 13 points.
Boy, the ability to pull the trigger so quickly. Steph Curry doesn't even appear to set himself. If it's a clean catch, he's getting that shot off.
Now, here's Green. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Durant just inside the line. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. On the wing, Green. He's covered by Livingston. And Steph Curry with the foul. And that'll be his third foul so far.
Third foul of the half, and that's the risk you take leaving him out there.
Some changes for Toronto. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Siakam. OG Anunoby comes in for Danny Green. And it's DeLon Wright in for Kyle Lowry. And Golden State also making a change. Bell's checked in. Now here's Livingston. Jonas Valanciunas unable to get his shot to go. And the foul on Jonas Valanciunas. That's his third foul of the game. Fred VanVleet is checked in for Toronto. And Golden State also making a change. Jerebko's checked in. Buries it down low. .59 seconds left to play here in the half. Right against Curry. Pass to VanVleet. Fires the three. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Van Vliet's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Bringing that three-point percentage up quite a bit this quarter, shooting it well. The lead's going to get a little bit bigger if they can keep this up.
Well, you get a sense of the recognition from Steph Curry and how quickly he moves through his progressions because, boy, if you're open, he's going to give it to you.
Here's Leonard. Following the basket by DeMarcus Cousins. The baseline J off the mark.
Don't have to be in a hurry. They can hold for the last one.
And I think that's exactly what you'll see here, right? They don't want the other team getting that final look.
Right outside. 1 second left, and that shot was up in time but doesn't go in. And so it's the Toronto Raptors with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Alongside Steve Kerr and Coach, what is the offensive approach going to be in the second half?
Well, we just have to do what we do, move the ball and wear them down with our ball movement, our cutting, and our spacing, and set better screens, all the usual stuff.
Yeah, it always seems to work out for you in the long run. Thanks, Steve. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is our halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. The first quarter for the Raptors was fairly even. Nothing seemed to give way on either side of the scoring column as they wrapped up the period all knotted up. In the second quarter, they were easily the better team. The points started coming for them in bunches, and they built a 6-point lead by halftime. And taking a look at the Raptors, Kenny, what did you see out there?
Well, their reserves showed up tonight, not just on hustle plays, but in points. And that's what you got to do coming off the bench to maximize your minutes.
Shaq, what are your thoughts on Golden State?
Well, a lot of their points came in transition. They dictated the pace of the game. It was a fast pace. Put the defense back on its heels. I say keep attacking the second half. Do not slow down.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go over there.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. One guy who's been getting it done so far, Stephen Curry.
Yeah, and sometimes you find yourself in a role you're not comfortable with, but his passing in the first half really was impressive.
But, Greg, there's no doubt this guy has been superb at moving the ball and getting all of his guys going on the offensive end.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. Toronto leading by 6. One thing you have to admire, Doris, about the Raptors franchise is their sustained success.
And that's not easy, Kevin. Last year marked their 3rd straight 50-win season and their 5th straight postseason trip. Very few other teams can claim those items in that time frame. Boy, the Raptors, what a good, solid core.
Inside pairing is Ibaka and Valanciunas. Kyle Lowry and Danny Green are the guard tandem. And it's Leonard in at the 3, the small forward. That's Nick Nurse's 5 as we get into the second half. So it's the Warriors now. The Raptors getting the bucket. Curry, good.
Well, a performance worthy of an all-time great. And I think at this point we're comfortable putting that label on Stephen Curry.
Lowry against Curry. Now here's Leonard. He's guarded closely. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From deep, Green. Good on the triple. Green's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Jerebko kicks to Curry. Thompson for the triple. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 5 assists in the game.
And that was a real quick comeback there. Both sides showing some range.
But both teams are pulling the trigger right now, showing great confidence from behind that arc. Great play calling, great execution, leads to 4 for 4 to start this half.
From downtown, rebounded by Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. To the middle, Curry with the steal. Inside, and the jam by Kevin Durant.
Yeah, Kevin Durant makes that dunk look easy. He's so big, you can't do anything about it.
Pass to Valanciunas. Back to Lowry. Thompson against Green. Back to Lowry. 4 on the shot clock. And Durant sends it back.
But Kevin Durant uses his length so well. And how about the timing to send that rejection back?
Curry. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Curry's got 17.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
Well, you want to slow this man's roll right now if you're the defense, because you've got to make somebody else beat you. He's cooking right now.
Thompson right side. It's hauled in by the Raptors. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Green passes to Valanciunas. Outside Lowry. Feeds it to Leonard. Over Durant. And again, no good by Toronto.
Boy, no idea why he went with the fadeaway. Had a clean look at the basket.
With that shot, the Raptor lead is cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Curry.
The supreme confidence from Steph Curry to attempt that shot, let alone make it. Impossible to measure this guy's range.
And the Raptors call time here.
Well, Steph Curry, widely regarded as the best shooter in the history of the game. He's been so successful playing point guard in the NBA at times. I think we forget that he transitioned from playing shooting guard in his younger days.
Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. No good off the back of the rim. Here's Golden State. They've outscored them 10 points to 2 during this run. No good from Cousins. You know, Greg, a lot of players can't make that switch from shooting guard to point guard. You've got to give Steph a lot of credit.
He's worked tirelessly. I mean, we've all seen those pregame ball handling drills. He's still prone to a careless turnover or two, but on the plus side, he rebounds like a shooting guard. And today's point guards are expected to score much more than in days past.
Andre Iguodala is checked in for Urebko. Here's Iguodala. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 3 assists in the game.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Now here's Green. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Lowry against Durant. And the basket by Lowry. Lowry's got 10 points.
Well, Kevin, this guy's proven over and over that despite his size disadvantage, he's still able to score in the paint.
Iguodala finds Thompson. Cousins trying to free himself up. Shot is good, and the Toronto lead is cut down to just 2 points on the bucket from Thompson.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Ibaka outside. Back to Lowry. Pass to Leonard. For the 3. Sinks the three-pointer. 12 points for him.
Boy, Kyle Lowry can be so creative sometimes. You think the window's too tight, but he finds a way.
Curry kicks to Durant. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
And that's the kind of move that will always pay off, even against tight defense like he was facing on that possession.
And KD opting out of his deal, Greg, over the summer to re-sign with the Warriors.
And he did so to get a larger deal than he could have otherwise. Durant had already sacrificed money for the team before. Not a surprise to see him get closer to his value. It seems the super team will be intact for years to come.
One shot, gentlemen.
With college basketball expanding the three-point arc out to FIBA range, Doris, does that set the table, you think, for the NBA to move its arc, their three-point shooting line, out as well?
I think one of the things that I would like to see, Kevin, is a more unified game across countries, right? We've talked about the NBA and basketball in particular becoming a more global game. I think one thing that I'd really love to see at the lower levels of basketball in the formative stages is young players have to play with a shot clock. Because what that forces those players to do is be three-tool players. Under duress of a shot clock, you better be able to put the ball on the deck, make a pass, or take a shot. So I think the more we can normalize a set of international rules, the better basketball is going to be long-term.
Shot clock at 3. And it's Cook missing. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for Toronto. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. To the right side. Valanciunas dishes to Lowry. On the wing, Green. Here's Siakam, defended by Durant. Siakam misses. Durant, the pass to Cook. Kicks it to Iguodala. Thompson finds Durant. Back to Thompson. The three. It's good from long range. Thompson's got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Warriors.
Well, this is his specialty, right? Klay Thompson's shooting form from range, so pretty.
And the Raptors call time here.
And Kevin Durant, the ultimate get-out-of-jail card for your offense. With his height and shooting touch, get him the ball with the clock running down, and he can make something out of nothing.
Some changes for Toronto. OG Anunoby's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Wright comes in for Danny Green. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Kyle Lowry. Then for the Warriors, Jordan Bell's checked in for Cousins. And it's Livingston in for Quinn Cook. Warriors trail by 3. You know, Greg, Kevin Durant could fit in any offense, but in your eyes, how good of a fit has he been in this Warriors attack?
Really like the missing puzzle piece. You know, I mean, his shot comes so much easier with the spacing he's afforded. At the same time, he's the fail-safe. When things break down, he can get his shot off against anyone.
Here's Iguodala after the Raptors pick up 2. 13 feet away. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Bell's got his first points of the night.
And how about the ferocity of Bell? It's admirable. He crashes the boards with such an animalistic nature.
Now here's Wright. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Here's the floater. Anunoby passes to Siakam. Here's VanVleet. He's covered by Livingston. VanVleet can't get it to go.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
Well, if he wasn't there, that shot's going in. Love the effort on the defensive end.
Now here's Iguodala. He has 6. Livingston looking for the opening. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
What you want in pick and roll situations is an outstanding decision maker. Welcome to the party, Sean Livingston.
VanVleet kicks to Anunoby. Right against Iguodala. Right, the pass to Anunoby. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Thompson from long range. Siakam pulls it in. Raptors with the lead. From 13, and he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Leonard against Durant. He kicks it to Bell. Golden State moving it around. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Here's Van Vliet. And it's off from three-point range. Golden State's gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6.
You know, in this era of the Golden State Warriors, it's easy to forget the lean years. Prior to this 6-year run, guys, the last time they had made it to the playoffs 4 consecutive seasons, 1952.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. And Doris, the Warriors' 6-year playoff run tying their record set in the first 6 years of the franchise's existence.
That's when they were playing back in Philadelphia. And just to give you a little more context, only 3 of those seasons did they have a winning record. Make no mistake, this is the golden era of Warriors basketball.
Durant nails both of them.
Well, think about the Toronto Raptors last year. 59 wins in the regular season, which was a franchise high. Won the Atlantic for the 4th time in 5 years. And then it comes to an end with a thud, losing to the Cavaliers in the playoffs. Brutal.
Toronto calls timeout. And for the Raptors, swept by the Cavs in the postseason, Doris, for the 2nd consecutive year.
It's getting painful. Swept twice, defeated for the 3rd straight time by the same team. And you think about the Raptors, a team that geared up and changed things to try to avoid it, and it still happens. That's a tough pill to swallow.
Now here's Leonard. He's got 14.
You know, there are differing opinions as to who the best defensive player in the league is, but no matter what, Kawhi is always in the discussion.
And the Kawhi Leonard drama finally came to an end last offseason with a trade that sent him from the San Antonio Spurs north to Toronto.
And you have to wonder, is this a high-priced one-year rental for Kawhi? Before the trade, Kawhi made it known that he wants to play in L.A. Toronto has a lot to offer, but hard to compete with the idea of what he and LeBron might be able to accomplish playing together.
A free throw good from Kawhi Leonard. Jerebko's checked in for the Warriors. Both free throws good from Kawhi Leonard.
Well, back-to-back titles for the Golden State Warriors since the arrival of Kevin Durant. You think about the Western Conference Finals a year ago, the Rockets gave them a run for their money, but no one able to impede the progress of this championship procession.
7 lead changes now, and we're just in the third quarter.
Yeah, frustrating for a coach, but it's great to watch as a fan.
And that Unleash Chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. Van Vliet knocks down the 3 ball. Van Vliet's got 10. And through last season, the Warriors boasting the most wins of any team, Doris, over a 5-year span in NBA history.
They are simply shattering records for wins left and right, and if they keep this core together, there's no sign that this is going to slow down anytime soon.
Jerebko kicks to Thompson. Stolen away, and here comes Leonard leading the fast break. And then Leonard with the dunk.
And busting it up the floor. Leonard showing a lot of energy on the fast break. If there's one thing he doesn't lack, it's hustle.
Now here's Livingston. The pass to Bell. Jerebko at the elbow. Durant wide open. He fires. The 3-pointer no good.
Boy, he's so used to having a hand in his face that I think it caught him off guard to be that wide open.
Van Vliet kicks to Siakam. Now here's Leonard, defended by Jerebko. 5 on the clock. From 18 feet away, And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Thompson surveying the floor. There's the feed to Durant. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
A natural-born scorer is Kevin Durant. He puts in the time, and it pays dividends on the floor.
Here's Van Vliet. 10 points for him. Pass to Leonard. Over Jerebko. And some nice defense there to end the quarter. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Raptors lead by 2. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Well, we have some elite passing big men in the NBA, and you love that skill. Wow.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for the Golden State Warriors. On the court for Golden State here in the fourth. Thompson and Durant, the deadly shooting wing pair. Bell is out there with Jerebko, and it's Curry in at the point. Right outside. Back to Van Vliet. And that one's good. Wright's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for Toronto. Now here's Curry. Jerebko, the pass to Bell. Thompson outside, takes a 3. Rebound by the Raptors. Ibaka's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Pass to Anunoby. Over Durant. Durant with some nice D. Warriors trail by 4. To the inside. Out to Thompson. It's deflected. Jerebko with it. It's Ibaka picking him up. It's Curry outside. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Ibaka's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Pass to Anunoby. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
You know what you love about watching OG Anunoby? You feel like you're watching a vet when you watch this guy. He doesn't seem to get rattled in pressure situations. This guy plays like he's been in the league for a decade.
No good on the free throw. And Doris for Anunoby. He has said he felt like he could compete with anyone.
Well, to me, Kevin, that's part of being able to be the defender he is. He's got strength and quickness to match up with most wings in the league, but confidence is critical.
Valanciunas, he's checked in for Toronto. Lowry comes in for Wright. And the second free throw, good.
Well, it wasn't a perfect trip to the line, but it was good enough to stretch their lead to 2 possessions.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's Durant. Gets the 14-footer to fall. Durant's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
Well, those jumpers, they might as well be layups for Kevin Durant. That's his comfort zone, Kev.
Van Vliet kicks to Ibaka. Outside Lowry. And that one drops for him. And the Raptors lead by 5.
Well, how about the presence in the post by Kyle Lowry in the face of some pretty good defense? That was a tough conversion.
Golden State moving the ball around. fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Van Vliet kicks to Lowry. With some arc, and he sinks the layup. Lowry's got 4 points in the quarter.
I tell you, this guy just loves having the ball in his hands, Kevin, and why not when Lowry can make moves like that?
It's Curry outside, drains it from beyond the arc.
Challenging this D with the 3 ball. That's his second from distance this half, and he also hit one in the first half, too.
Bounce pass from Lowry. Here's Valanciunas, and the rejection by Cousins. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And just the rugged nature of Cousins, getting into the body there offensively. And, of course, we know about DeMarcus Cousins last season and the torn Achilles. I'm just glad to see him back out on the floor and fully recovered. He's put in a lot of work in terms of rehab to make sure that he could get back to doing what he does best.
Green, he's checked in for the Raptors.
One shot.
And with Cousins and that injury, never an easy one to come back from.
Yeah, it's true. But fortunately, Cousins has the kind of skill set that he's going to be effective no matter when he's on the floor. And great outside shot, the footwork, very smooth in terms of ball handling for that position. And most of the players who aren't the same after an Achilles tear don't have the same skill set that Cousins possesses. That's why I think he'll be fine once he recovers from this injury.
And here is Curry following Kyle Lowry's 3. Jerebko kicks to Curry. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. Curry's got 13 points in the second half. Ibaka outside. Lowry against Curry. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on DeMarcus Cousins.
Then, Kevin, in this age of advanced metrics, the numbers back up that Kyle Lowry has turned himself into one of the best players in the NBA.
Two.
Free throw drops for Kyle Lowry.
When you watch Kyle Lowry play, you see how much bigger he is than his stats. Does so many little things on both ends of the floor. I mean, he's a great screen setter, takes charges, all the things that don't necessarily show up in the stat sheet, but are important when it comes to winning.
And Kyle Lowry drops them both. And Greg, with Lowry, it isn't like he's quiet on the stat sheet either.
No, he is a bulldog. I mean, scores it, the playmaking. He's just complete in terms of a backcourt player. Rebounds as well as anybody for his position and got good hands on defense. It just gives you a little bit of everything at that point guard position.
DeMarcus Cousins, really the big final name in free agency last summer to land with the team. And Greg, did he shock the NBA world with his selection?
To take a one-year deal with the Warriors, nobody saw this coming. It makes sense for Boogie. Time to rehab and then join a contender for the back half of the season.
Now, gentlemen,
you would think he'll get a much bigger and longer contract offer after this year.
And that one falls for Cousins.
As fearless and physical as he is, Boogie gets to the line more than just about anyone.
He hits one and misses one, each at the line. Well, you can't deny the amount of talent on this Raptors team, Doris. At times, they can simply overrun opponents.
You know what, Kevin? You do not end up in the top 5 for effective field goal percentage, both offensively and defensively, without talent. But obviously, when the Raptors get going and shots are falling, boy, they can compete with just about anyone. Boy, that's high-impact defense in the lane, standing tall to deny the easy bucket.
Curry, good.
You know what? The switch has flipped, and he's in that proverbial zone right now, knocking down 3 of 4 here in the fourth.
Lowry feeling it out a bit. Launches it. Rebounded by Jerebko. Jerebko's got 4 rebounds now tonight. To the paint, and stolen by Kyle Lowry. Leonard kicks to Green. Over Durant, and again, no good by Toronto. Cousins against Valanciunas. Cousins dishes to Curry. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. The Raptors have gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. Here's Leonard. He can't get it to go. The Warriors go the other way with it to take the lead. And Curry the bucket on the assist by Thompson. And that's 31 points for Steph Curry.
That's just a terrific pass from Klay Thompson. My goodness.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Valanciunas finds Lowry. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Here's Ibaka. Drops in the tray. Ibaka's got the game tied up here for the Raptors.
Well, Serge Ibaka has turned himself into a talented shooter, even with a defender in his grill.
Curry passes to Thompson. He feeds it to Cousins. And the rejection by Valanciunas. Curry against Lowry. Outside Leonard. Fires the 3. That's in, coming off an assist from Lowry. Lowry's got 6 assists here tonight.
They're giving him a little too much space out there. That's his 3rd triple since halftime.
Now, here's Thompson. Outside Durant. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. Raptors leading by 3. Outside Lowry. Now, here's Green. He's covered closely. Clock at 6. High, arcing shot.
Yeah, and you got to be careful with Cousins around. His shot blocking can be a factor.
Curry against Lowry. Let's go. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Outside, Green. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And guys, veteran Danny Green moving north last summer as part of the Kawhi Leonard trade. Now in a Toronto Raptors uniform.
Yeah, and not the big name in that deal, obviously, but an important piece. Green is shown to be a very capable 3-and-D guy. And it's the next chapter in what has been a solid career for him.
Two shots. Last on the first.
And the first one at the line is good. And Danny Green, a terrific shooter who also, Greg, happens to give you great production on defense.
Yeah, and I'd have to say Green's probably alone in history with his shooting and defense. Only player to ever have 6 or more seasons with at least 50 blocks and 73s. You know, it might be arbitrary checkpoints, but nevertheless, it illustrates just what Green brings to the table, a consistent 3-and-D player.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
Curry kicks to Thompson. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. 3-pointer, Lowry buries the long-range jumper. Lowry's got 22. And we may have an injury here that does not look good.
And I'll tell you, this is the last thing you want to see.
I just feel so bad for him. What he's going through right now, you just have to hope and pray that it's not too serious.
Siakam is checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Now a timeout called by Golden State. The short rest, very important, and one of the benefits of this part of the game is getting on the same page with your team while having the chance to hydrate with Gatorade. Replenish your energy for the late game push. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kyle Lowry.
And the way he's made his mark with his work inside, he's just been a slasher tonight. Always moving, getting to the basket at will, and just seemingly taking advantage of a D that was reluctant to get in his way.
And at last, he gets a little redemption. You know, it's been several games since he's been at his best. He's really been having a tough time. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Steve Kerr talked to his team during the break. He told them that they're getting it done in the paint. He said, they can't guard us inside, guys. Keep taking it to them. Pound it down low. We'll see if they keep it up, Kevin.
And with that three-pointer, how about ending that 11-0 run by the Raptors?
And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Boy, this guy has been transcendent this quarter. Something really lit a fire underneath this guy.
One shot, mind the lanes.
Well, Steve Kerr has talked about the emotional and spiritual fatigue that can set in for a Warriors team that has now played in 4 straight finals. And remember, Steve Kerr knows a thing or two about this from his years with the Chicago Bulls. They simply have to fight through it. After an ice-cold start to this game, he is pouring it on here in the second half.
And the Raptors with possession. They're on a 14-5 run here. The pass to Siakam. At the elbow, it's Ibaka. Outside, Green. No good from outside. Well, Coach Steve Kerr looks to give his players breaks. Doris getting away from the game, what he calls filling their cup.
Well, I think, Kevin, it's mentally taxing, battling 10 months a year over and over again. And Steve is emphasizing it's important to have time away from basketball to recharge a bit.
Thompson misses. Raptors leading by 6. Fires from deep. And Kyle Lowry, good for 3. Lowry's got 28.
All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Golden State's gone over and over to the three-point shot in the fourth quarter. 4 of 9. Curry against Lowry. Curry dishes to Urebko. Golden State moving the ball around. 6 to shoot. Tries it from 9. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. And that's now 33 points for Steph Curry.
Just a great hustle play there. Energy and passion. This is what you play the game for.
Here's Leonard. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. 23 points for Leonard.
Yeah, and from mid-range, Leonard's jump shot is money. It doesn't matter if it's off the dribble or catch and shoot. He never loses his touch.
Curry outside. The offensive rebound. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Klay Thompson taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
He drops the first one, and that brings them within 8.
It is easy to get lost in the well-rounded offensive game of Klay Thompson, but let's remember, this guy is an elite defender. Quick feet, great athleticism and length. Boy, what a player.
And so Thompson nails both of them. 1:50 left in the fourth quarter. Lowry kicks to Leonard over Iguodala. Steph Curry with the rebound. And here's Curry, who brings it up for Golden State. On the wing, Thompson, guarded by Green. Curry can't get it to go.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
No, exactly, Greg. Especially when the ball is that deep inside. You've got to respect how he altered that shot.
Now, here's Green. The fadeaway. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him.
Can't waste a second now. And even then, there's still little chance.
No, exactly. They've got to act quickly. They don't have a ton of time to work with.
Here's Lowry. Got a piece of it. Curry against Lowry. A floater. Count it. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Steph Curry so cool under pressure. Big moment. No matter. He's ready.
A bucket here would give them a bit more room.
True, but no need to rush it. Play smart. And whatever play they run has to be quick.
No time to waste. They have to score fast and then foul quickly.
And he comes up with the crucial buckets time and again. Cousins, an incredible talent.
Guys, they're not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
And feels like that one could be the dagger. Not enough time to completely erase this deficit.
Well, Greg, it's going to be tough, that's for sure. A shot like that has to devastate the other team.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. They're down by 5. 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. There's the dish to Curry. Pass to Jerebko. Kicks it to Curry. And a miss there on the triple. And so they choose to intentionally foul. He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game. Now a timeout called by Golden State. They're trailing by 7. 5 seconds left in the game. What do you think, guys?
And just trying to salvage anything at this point, even if it's just some momentum heading into the next one.
No, I think you're exactly right, Greg. You've got to take any positive you can get. You'd like to see them come together and build something, even if it's in a loss.
5 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Cook. And again, it's the Warriors missing. And so it's the Raptors winning this one. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost that was needed down the stretch. This crowd, man, they were electric.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Danny, a strong defensive effort both individually and team. Now, how comfortable are you at that end of the floor now, knowing that you can make things tough on the opposition?
Well, we want to make them take tough shots. We're not comfortable at any point defensively, but we got to continue to be active and be aggressive and get our hands on loose balls.
Been the mark of the Spurs for a long time, Danny. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. And we'll see you next time.